So today we're in December and I'm looking at pruning my climbing and rambling roses. I started one yesterday and I'm going to finish that off just now, and then I will take you through the whole process on another rambler. So basically rambling roses come in a couple of categories. One is as a single flowering type, and the other are repeat flowers. And the repeat flowers basically I prune like I would a climbing rose. So obviously you can do this in January, but ideally because of the growth gets quite flappy through the autumn winter storms, always a good idea really to prune them back now to avoid damage. So if I turn this around, so this rose is a rambler, but basically I have pruned away the large scale growth, so you're left with sort of stubbier elements if you like, and what I do is prune back to a joint or a leaf if you like. I kind of leave some of the small ones on. Some of the really small ones I just cut off because really they're not going to do that much, and particularly if you see these small ones here which are dead, they can come just straight off. So I just prune those just right off at the base and get rid of them. All of these cuttings of course you need to clear up afterwards in case there's any disease in them. But what I'm trying to envisage is next year how they're going to grow. I mean, arguably you can take these away, but sometimes it's just nice to experiment a little bit. I mean, some people may disagree with that, but I like to just sort of see how things will develop. And like everything in gardening, you learn as you go along. And you can see some of these leaves are like black spotty. What you should also do is take these away, take the leaves off to prevent disease in the wetter months. And so this is quite a congested area, so what I want to do is just try and decongest it a bit. You also notice I started using this new kind of tie, which resembles a bit like wire, but it basically stops digging into the rose, so it might cost a few pennies more, but in my opinion well worth it. So I'm just going to keep on decluttering, and then I'll strip those leaves off. So the thing with roses is, you know, just to iterate, it's try and avoid branches and growth crossing one another. So you know that looks pretty good now. Yeah, so this is a classic for me. You know, a bit of brown is never a good sign there. I'm going to prune back. See this little it's a little bud joint there. I'm just going to prune back to there, take that off, get rid of that, get rid of the leaf, and there you go. So what will happen next year is you'll just get growth coming out of these little joints. And you can see I'm going to replace this string here holding this in so it doesn't rub, and I'm going to bring this branch to the front, in front of the wire. So like a lot of us, I made a few mistakes last year and I'm going to correct them this year. So as you can see, this is the stuff called Flexi tie. It's a little bit like the PVC that you get on the outside of wire and a plug, only a bit thicker. Basically it's easy to tie around and you won't damage your rose. Yeah, so there we are. Largely successful morning. Managed to replace all the string with the brown ties, and of course inevitably you always see something you've missed, like the leaf that's just stuck up there, but largely I managed to deal with what was not an ideally strung in rows, and you know, some of the stems are still behind the wire. What I'll do is put a little bit of the special flex stuff on that to protect it, but largely with taking away the detritus of the congested growth, we've got a nice new leader coming down there, and plenty of opportunities for growth. I mean, over the winter you'll probably see things in a different light. Just go back and do a little adjustment, and what we'll do is we'll come back in April, May, June next year and see what it looks like.